All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back. And I know I'm late to talk about it, but I thought, well, it's now or never, So I'm going to talk about Zohran Mamdani's inauguration as mayor of New York City. So, as you know, we've been following the election we were watching the election back in September, right? We did an election live stream for Zohran. If you watched that at all, that was a great stream. So we're going to start off talking about Zohran's swearing in ceremony. So here he is. He's in the City Hall, the old City Hall building. His wife's holding the books he's swearing in on, and he actually had the Quran that he swore in on. Especially came from an old New York public library for its historical significance, I believe. And he was sworn in by Attorney General Letitia James. Letitia James, she's been an ally of Zohran since the primaries, I would believe. She fought Cuomo back in 2021. She fought Andrew Cuomo. She's been fighting Trump since Trump got arrested back in 2024. So she's been pretty big recently. And, the amount of aura that, I know it sounds stupid, but just look at that guy. Look at that, look at how it perfectly went over his head, that little arch that they have at the City Hall. So much aura on that man. Now we can't watch all of it, but because there's just so much in the inauguration, but we're going to watch Bernie Sanders swearing in ceremony and a few clips from the inauguration. It's good that Bernie got to swear Zohran in because, Bernie's probably been having a rough decade, right? Since a decade ago would have been 2016 when Hillary and the DNC rigged the primaries against him. 2020, you had Joe Biden. Not really. Joe Biden probably wasn't the one doing it. But you had Jamie Harrison and the DNC, doing all these things to corroborate against Bernie. So, Bernie's had a rough past decade probably because the DNC's been trying to screw him over every election cycle. So I think it's good that he got to, kind of pass off the torch to Zohran. So let's watch his swearing in. This is the public. He had his official swearing in with the Attorney General, Tish James. But here's his ceremonial swearing in by Bernie.
Please repeat after me. I, Zohran Mamdani,
I, Zohran Mamdani,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Charter of the City of New York,
and the Charter of the City of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of
the office of the Mayor of the City of New York, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
So help me God.
I'm glad Bernie got to oversee that. I think that was a good way to pass off the torch. Now we're going to watch some clips of Zohran's speeches. Turn them on.
Exception. Few of these 8.5 million will fit into neat and easy boxes. Some will be voters from Hillside Avenue or Fordham Road who supported President Trump a year before they voted for me, tired of being failed by their party's establishment. The majority will not use the language that we often expect from those who wield influence. I welcome the change. For too long, those fluent in the good grammar of civility have deployed decorum to mask agendas of cruelty. Many of these people have been betrayed by the established order. But
Rudy Giuliani, Mike Bloomberg, Eric Adams, Cuomo, Kathy Hochul,
In our administration, their needs will be met. Their hopes and dreams and interests will be reflected transparently in government. They will shape our future. And if for too long these communities have existed as distinct from one another, we will draw this city closer together. We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. If our campaign demonstrated that the people of New York yearn for solidarity, then let this government foster it.
Now we're going to head on to watch this clip of Zohran, thanks to Democracy Now! Crediting them.
That this is the occasion to reset expectations. That I should use this opportunity to encourage the people of New York to ask for little and expect even less. I will do no such thing. The only expectation I seek to reset is that of small expectations. Beginning today, we will govern expansively and audaciously. We may not always succeed, but never will we be accused of lacking the courage to try. To those who insist that the era of big government is over, hear me when I say this. No longer will City Hall hesitate to use its power to improve New Yorkers' lives. For too long, we have turned to the private sector for greatness while accepting mediocrity from those who serve the public. I cannot blame anyone who has come to question the role of government, whose faith in democracy has been eroded by decades of apathy. We will restore that trust by walking a different path. One where government is no longer solely the final recourse for those struggling. One where excellence is no longer the exception. We will transform the culture of City Hall from one of no to one of how. We will answer to all New Yorkers, not to any billionaire or oligarch who thinks they can buy our democracy.
Talking to Eric Adams, Michael Bloomberg, who was the billionaire, Cuomo, Hochul, Giuliani.
We will govern without shame and insecurity, making no apology for what we believe. I was elected as a democratic socialist, and I will govern as a democratic socialist.
There's the thing. There's the quote, Zohran. There's the quote, Zohran. There we go. Drive it home, baby. Let's go. Zohran had a great inauguration, riveting inauguration, but, we mostly talk about Zohran, but it wasn't just him. It was not just him. Jumaane Williams, the public advocate. If you don't know what the public advocate is, they basically stand up for the public against City Hall if the City Hall needs to be stood up to. Jumaane Williams is a DSA affiliate. He's been the public advocate for the past few years. He stood up to Eric Adams many, many a times, and we're going to watch a clip from his inauguration.
I got to take a second to say something to so many young people who are out there. But I'm going to say it to one person who's waited 49 years to hear it. Little black boy, you were worth it. And you always were. And without any titles, you were enough. You were always enough. And you deserve to accept love, and you deserve to be protected. And I'm honored to be here to help create a city that's worthy of that for you. And I'm so proud of you.
He's talking to his childhood self, I think is what he's supposed to be trying to go for. Zohran had a very, fiery, we did it, let's get going inauguration speech. But Jumaane, the thing I think, a lot of people have been praising Jumaane's speech. I think the reason is that he went very emotional. He went very, the best way to describe it, he had a very emotional inauguration speech, and I think a lot of people like that. So. Oh yeah, you good, Jumani? I hear somebody from the crowd. Who's his wife?
So just hold on. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. I'm so proud of you.
All right. Let's go. We're gonna be all right.
And I got to take a second to say something.
Yeah, Jumani's great. Jumani Williams is a great public advocate. He's been doing a lot of help for New York City. And man, am I excited to see what can come of Zohran and Jumani working together alongside AOC, alongside Nydia Velasquez, alongside Letitia James. It's going to be an exciting 4 years, hopefully 8. I thank you all for watching today. God bless, and I hope you have all a good day.